Alright, what's up guys? So, Patrick CC has uploaded a video titled The Exploitation of Pokimane. I don't know why I felt like I was gonna struggle on that word, but anyways, no, I did hear that there was some stuff that Pokimane she got caught up in. And yeah, there's look, just like from the years of me being a content creator, one thing that I have learned, especially like in the recent years, is that you can't trust everybody, and that's the thing where it's like it could be anybody out there where it's like they will do what they can to bring you down, like speaking on you and then you as a content creator, because that's one thing that I will say. It's like, there's two different people. Like when you're recording the video, there's you, and then there's like who you're including in that video. And I think people, they take advantage of all that stuff, and it's messed up. A lot of times it's like, people, Pokimane, she's one of those creators where it's like she's just here to just entertain people. She ain't here for the drama. She ain't here for none of that stuff. So it trips me out, like where it's like it could be some of the most greatest content creators out there, and then you see where they go through drama. So I'm gonna just say, like, ain't nobody safe from drama. You gonna have somebody out there really trying to bring you out of character and stuff, and just overall bring out the worst out of you. And it's like, bruh, it's like you don't know what a person is going through, where it's like content creating can be like their safe haven, where it's like they feel at peace when they're recording, streaming, even posting a little TikTok dance. It's like you don't know what a person is going through. You don't know how that stuff has an effect on people, and then when you ruin it, yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. People, they do whatever that needs to be done to try to just ruin the person. But anyways, make sure, if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Patrick CC for more videos like this. And that being said,
in the past few years, live streamers have become some of the most famous and financially successful online creators. They usually have die-hard, cult-like fan bases who are willing to watch them sit at a desk for hours on end. But there's a major cost that comes with this type of attention: doxing, swatting, harassment, bullying, public scrutiny, obsessive fans, deepfakes, and even manipulation from corporate employees. Pokimane has been one of the top female streamers in a space that is very much dominated by men. At her peak, she was averaging 40,000 viewers, which is the equivalent of a sold-out Major League Baseball stadium in the United States. She has been subject to a lot of controversy in her near decade-long streaming career.
Like, she could go tour the country or whatever, and she'd be chilling. That's crazy. I didn't, it's like I don't sit down and think of stuff like that, but dang, like that is wild.
Some of these incidents have been brought on by herself, but for a lot of them, she seems to be a pawn in a much bigger problem. And it's reached a tipping point, starting to realize that all the money might not be worth the risk to be in her position. Stay hydrated. Since the beginning of her career, Pokimane has been accused of having pretty privilege, which is essentially the idea that being attractive makes it much easier to gain success at whatever you do. This argument definitely does have some truths, but it's often used to minimize the work that women or men have put in to gain all of their notoriety. Pokimane has been streaming consistently for almost 10 years. She had amassed 20,000 followers on Twitch in 2014 before graduating high school. And although it seems like an easy job, being entertaining for hours on end, day in and day out, while sitting at a desk is very difficult, but she did benefit from the lack of competition. In 2014, Twitch only had around 300,000 daily active viewers. Her game of choice was League of Legends, which is still the most...
Yeah, back then, Twitch, because I see that I had my account since 2012, and I was like, I honestly don't remember Twitch back then. It felt like Twitch didn't really start blowing up until like maybe some years back. I feel like probably like what, 2015, 2016. I feel like that's like when it really started rising through the ranks. But anyways,
watched game of all time on Twitch by a lot. A young woman who was genuinely interested in the game at that time was extremely rare. On top of being entertaining with her audience and good at the game, she was destined for success. And of course, the way she looked didn't hurt. Many of her followers were likely men who felt like they could hang around a girl who plays their favorite game, watches anime, and understands meme culture. She was every Reddit and Discord mod's dream girl. Some of her fans would send her hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars for a brief interaction, to say their name and thank them for their generosity. These men are often referred to as simps, and they can get extremely out of control. Simp is a slang insult for men who are...
But that's the thing though, where it's like people gotta understand, it's like if you donate that money because you send, because me, I donate, if I'm donating to a streamer, I'm donating to a streamer because I support their stream, I support their vision, their goals. That's anybody. I'm not donating to them because I'm like, oh well, now this like, you know, some weird stuff where it's like, oh, I own you, this like you gotta do all these different things for me. It's like, nah bro, people gotta understand. Because even I'm like that, where it's like if people be donating and gifting me subs, bits, and all that stuff, do not think you got ownership of my streams or any. You're doing that out of support. If you ain't doing that out of support, then you doing it for other reasons. It's like, then don't donate. But yeah, it's just, you donate $1,000. It's like, homie, it's like, that's just wild, man. Like, I think the most I've ever donated was maybe 200. That was because, no, it was a friend of mine's. Well, she doesn't stream anymore and stuff, but at the time being, when she was a streamer, and yeah, she needed the money for her PC, and so I was like, you know what? I'm like, I'm skipping out on buying shoes this week. I guess I'll help her out and stuff, and it felt good. You know, that's something that I still like take with me till this day, where it was like, you know, I did that for somebody and things, but I love doing that. Like it, bro, whether it's streamers or bro, I donated to a church, organizations. I think, yeah, I think I did donate to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I had to check again, but I'm not alleged. I'm gonna say I think I did. All right, I can't remember if I did or not, but I think I did. I just remember I donated to one of those like organizations. But I do it because it feels good. It feels good to help people and stuff. So, but anyways.
Is too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. The word simp is actually banned on Twitch because it's seen as bullying, but it's likely banned because Twitch profits so much from these men that they want to do everything they can to protect them. And in return, Pokey is the one who gets blamed because she doesn't shame these men for giving her money. A video titled "Simp Willingly."
Who's gonna shame people? Somebody gives me $1,000. I'm like, bruh, I'm not gonna shame. I'm like, thank you, I guess. But yeah, it's like if they doing it on some weird stuff, then I'm like, nah, bro, you just weird. But anyway,
Goes Homeless for Pokimane was uploaded in May of 2020 by It's a Gundam, which used several examples of interactions between Pokimane fans to highlight just how dangerously obsessed some of them appear to be. It's a Gundam came across grown men committing the heinous crime of sad cringe. I'm kinda short on savings, but I'll defo get $500 to drop this week, LMAO. Hope she sees this and knows I love her and miss her. Then somebody replies, only $500? Pathetic. Get your bread up. OP. I got evicted because I was 4 months behind on rent, so yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can sleep behind a Starbucks so I can use the free Wi-Fi and donate the rest of my money.
That's crazy.
We live in a day and age where men are shaming each other for not giving a woman who's already a millionaire the last bit of money they have. Welcome to 2020.
I've donated more so to, I think the biggest content creator that I've ever donated to was it, well, okay, no, actually there's a couple of big. It was Cash Nasty and Ninja, and that I had to say, but it wasn't like money. It was money. I was like, okay, I just want to donate. So I think it was for both of them. It was like $20 or something. But $500? Nah, bro. I'm sorry, but I'm like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself. If the thing is this, there's other ways of supporting that content creator, whether you shouting them out on social media, retweeting their stuff, liking their videos, commenting, doing all that. But 500, I'm like, see, that's where like the Julius from Everybody Hates Chris, that's where he starts kicking in and be like, bro, you know what you could do with $500? It's like, bro, you could go to a different country and get probably more. You could get 500 of their, like, but I'm just saying, I'm like, it's one of those things where I'm like, nah, bro, I just, jokes aside, I couldn't do it. I'm like, the thing is like, I respect Pokimane as a creator, but I'm like, 500? I'm sorry. I just, like, Pokimane, I highly doubt she'll ever see this video, but, just know you are killing it as a creator, but I can't donate $500 to you. I'm sorry.
It is a horrible time in history.
Can't do it.
Pokimane reacted to It's a Gundam video and dismissed all the embarrassing tweets as fake. and still to this day, it's unclear if the tweets were real or not.
Oh.
Even if they were fake, it sadly isn't too far from the mentality of some men that watch her streams.
Yeah.
But Pokey committed a YouTube cardinal sin, going after the sponsor of the video.
I actually can't believe anyone would sponsor these shenanigans.
She got a lot of
She
heat from
said
YouTubers for
shenanigans.
this, since it's considered a low blow to go after someone's livelihood because she didn't like the content. The situation is ironic because Gundam was also kind of going after Pokey's livelihood by bullying people that pay her money. Even if these men have extremely unrealistic expectations, Pokey was defending her fans, which seems like what most people would do in that situation. Either way, she apologized.
I want to sincerely apologize to both It's a Gundam and to the sponsor of that video for the remarks and comments that I made. I completely understand people's concern for going after someone else's livelihood.
But this wasn't the first time she had to apologize. There was another controversy that resurfaced from 2014 where she said the N-word.
Oh, yeah.
Nick, you ain't funny. That's not true.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just boring as fuck.
I know people will probably be all like, why are you not more upset about this? I went to a school where kids that wasn't black, they would say the N-word, and it was a lot, And I guess, just dealing with, racism so much, I'm kind of immune to it. I laugh about it. I've had freaking kids I went to school with, freaking, of course, content creating. Bro, there was an old lady down the street. She called me the N-word just for wanting to pet. Not even her dog. It was a dog in a completely different area and stuff. And so, yeah, it's just, I've dealt with this so much. It's one of those things where it's I don't care. I feel like, here's the thing. No, and it's something that I feel like a lot of us has already said and a lot of us already know. It's nobody in this world is perfect. Nobody in this world got the all-time perfect pass. We've all done things that we're not proud of. That's something where it's if we can live with that, go to sleep at night, not lose any, hours of sleep, have it where we can still make friends, still be cool with people. Because I feel like anybody can come back from something, It's if you do feel bad for what you did, said, or whatever and stuff, I think people can truly come back from something. But, if the damage has already been done, then it's you have to accept that in things. But it's one of those things where it's I guess just speaking, as a colored content creator, it's something where it's I can't care anymore. I've been a content creator for 13 years now. I can't care anymore. So it's I'm not saying that. I know people go oh, you a simp, you a fanboy for Pokimane. Bruh, I can't even name a video of hers. Honestly, I've seen, clips of, Twitch streams. I know she's friends with some creators that I watch. I can't name not one Pokimane video. I can't even name the last time I was in her stream. I don't even think I'm following her on Twitch. I think I just recently subscribed to her YouTube channel, but other than that, it's bruh, I'm not a Pokimane fan. I'm just saying that just speaking for myself. I just don't care anymore. It's and I'm not saying that's just giving everybody a ghetto pass to just, oh, well, yeah, since TMossBoss say he don't care anymore, I could just go ahead and just say the N-word, whatever. No, I still don't want people saying it, but it's one of those things where it's I just can't have no anger towards somebody if they do say it to me. It's okay, that person is racist. If they still continue, even after me just saying this and they still continue to say the N-word, yeah, you're just racist. But I'm not trying to hear no stuff where it's well, it's not racist. I got black friends. Any of those excuses, I don't care. It's racism, all right? So yeah, she, she had her moment, but if she's still saying it till this day, then that's something that she's gonna have to settle with for herself. But if she's not, then it's just one of those things where it's yeah, a lot of us, we were dumb teenagers. Because when they say this in 2014, so I know I was saying some dumb stuff when I was on social media when I was in 2014. Bro, I was getting into it with One Direction fans and stuff. I'm telling you, I was not proud of who I was as a kid on social media. But I do think that is the problem, though, is that yeah, we're getting into social media way too young. We should get into that in our later years when we want to turn it into a career and stuff. But I mean, if you want to turn it into a career while you in school, then then there's that. that. But I mean, it could go with any business. You get into it when you're at a young age. It's like your mind ain't gonna be fully developed. You're gonna probably say some crazy things and do some crazy things. So, but if you still carrying on like that even in your adult years, then yeah, something's wrong with you. But anyways,
And lame as hell. Cause only lame say that shit.
She immediately took to Twitter to try and explain herself. Hard for me to speak on this clip's context because it's so old. I'm almost 23 and was underage in that clip, but it was definitely not said in a racist or derogatory manner, she said.
yeah, but still, it's just saying it. There's people in this world where it's like they don't care. The fact that it is somebody that's not black saying it, they gonna trip about it. All right, there's people that I know where they trip about that type of stuff. And like I say, like fam, I just remember like growing up and then just seeing so many, and I mean from elementary to middle school to high school. I'm pretty sure if I would have went to college, I would have seen it in there too. I seen so many people that was not black saying it, and yeah, they were saying it in a way, and there would be some times when they get caught saying it. And it's like, if you see, the thing is this, if you are trying to defend the fact you're not saying it, but you're like, so you could say for any other, then it's like, this is something that I always tell people. It's like, okay, well, you just casually say it in a conversation, right? You just be sitting there talking, and then yeah, just say it. And then if nobody trips about it, right? If you can say it casually in a conversation and nobody trips about it, then okay, then you're in the right group. But I guarantee and I promise you, if you say it in the wrong group, they're gonna be like, whoa, what'd you just say? And they gon' get on you about that, all right? So anyways.
Adding, it was a time period and environment where saying it was more common and used as a replacement for
It's 2014,
and I've never said it in a racist way, hard R, either. Almost everyone below this tweet rallied in support for Pokimane, pointing out that this expose seemed like digging up old, irrelevant clips of someone with the sole purpose of publicly humiliating them out of spite. However, as Pokimane became more and more popular, this clip resurfaced often. She apologized for the second time in 2020.
I've commented on this in the past, but honestly, my statement or comments then weren't even good enough, even though people were very understanding. I just want to make it clear that I am genuinely so sorry if I hurt or offended anyone with what I said. I really wish
it's a learning lesson, though. I'm pretty sure, she's learned her lesson from saying it. And if she doesn't say it anymore, then yeah, we all know why. But if she still says it, then, there's still a lot to learn. But anyways.
Go back in time and change the past. Unfortunately, I can't, but I do hope that my behavior in regards to language for the last couple of years and onwards will speak for itself.
Keep in mind, at this point in 2020, she was easily the largest female Twitch streamer and one of the top streamers, period. She is now an owner of Offline TV, which is essentially a streamer production house consisting of her friends.
Yeah, this is like, because they got like a clip, a clip channel, and this is, I be seeing clips, and I think it's because of Michael, and then it just gets recommended, so I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll occasionally watch some clips here and there and stuff, but anyways.
Content together and individually. They all work together and use their network to grow everyone's social media presence. And at the time, all of the biggest streamers were collaborating with each other to play the game Among Us. Everything that she was doing was being very meticulously watched and analyzed. This is when a large amount of hate started pouring in. People expressed their disdain for Pokimane, saying her personality was fake, forced, and only saying and doing things to fit what she thinks her brand should be. I think it's also worth mentioning that people expect YouTubers and streamers to be 100% themselves because they give off this assumption that they are normal people and not acting. But it's almost always an enhanced version of themselves. Like, my second channel is just me wearing goofy glasses and being overly animated. I mean, that is me, or a side of me, but it also has elements of a character. But her N-word controversy would resurface again in 2022, and this time it took a twist nobody could have ever predicted. This controversy involves the very popular comedy YouTuber Gideon, who was just starting up his Twitch account in January of 2022. Gideon is known for being a troll, but his intentions are pure. He reacted to a video of Pokimane saying the N-word. Then he tweeted the video. Then 1 week later, on January 13th, Gideon goes live to more than 10,000 viewers. He had more viewers than Pokimane after his first week on the platform. So he instructed his viewers to go to her stream and spam the phrase L plus ratio, which was his way of trolling and
I remember that. It's because, like, once I seen that they made it up for, like, with each other, they were cool and things, I was like, all right, cool. But at the time being, I'm like, dang, bruh. Like, I didn't know that was the reason. I just remember hearing about about. I'm like, man, that's messed up. I'm like, what did the girl do? Now knowing this, like, now I can see why he did what he did and stuff. But they're cool now, so it's chill. But anyways,
Pokimane was simply minding her business. So why did he go after her? Well, because
now it's like you got like freaking all the internet just saying that. I don't know how many times people, they started saying it to me, and I was like, what are you talking about? L plus ratio? I'm like, what is that? Equals what? I'm like, I'm sitting there. I guess I don't know. Like with me, it's just I've seen so many catchphrases and different things trend. I'm like, I don't know what half of these things mean, but anyways.
Is known as the Queen of Twitch, and trolling her is kind of a meme. But militarizing his audience is known as hate raiding, which is against TOS on Twitch. As she's getting flooded with spam, people start telling her that it's coming from Gideon, to which he gets mad at them for snitching. And then he says this.
If you're from Pokimane, if you're from Pokimane's chat, and you have a penis, I'm gonna tell you this right now. She is not gonna f you, bro. I don't care how much you donated. I don't care how many hours you watch her. She's not gonna f you, bro.
Dang.
She has a man's. Bro, you probably don't want to hear this. You probably don't want to hear this. But I'm sorry. I'm gonna break the fourth wall. And spoiler alert, she's getting down every night by another nigga.
Dang.
She is getting down, deep stroked. Balls deep.
Oh, no.
Balls banging on the wall.
No.
Every night.
Pokimane responded to the harassment by saying whoever was responsible, if you get banned, I'm not going to be sad, and then ended her stream. But the story gets a little weirder when Ninja somehow got alerted about what was happening, and he got in contact with Gideon to let him know that he was screwed.
I promise you guys that is literally nothing I can.
Yeah, I heard like, yeah, the Ninja, yeah, he got involved. It was one of those beefs where I was like, bro, what is happening right now?
Ninja was right. Once Twitch became aware of the incident, they banned Gideon for 14 days, which later turned into a permanent ban following an appeal prior to his 14-day ban period. People suspected that Gideon received such a harsh consequence because Pokimane is regarded as Twitch's golden child that they will do anything to protect. After Gideon updated his social media followers on the state of his Twitch account, people instantly began blaming Poki. Pokimane clarified the following day that she had nothing to do with Gideon's ban and claimed that Gideon and his fans were targeting her because she's a woman. The reason Pokimane mentioned her gender is that during Gideon's stream, he taunted Poki's male audience and told them no matter how much they donated, Poki wasn't going to sleep with them. Ludwig chimed in on this and basically said that this is just something Pokimane has to deal with.
Do is have sex with Poki, which, you know, it sucks. That's how
it doesn't just suck. It's not fucking okay. I'm so tired of people acting like it just sucks and it's unlucky. And it just is what it is. I don't want to be in an industry where that just sucks. I do not want it to be is anymore. Please, yes, thank you. I can't even English anymore. I'm so sick of this shit.
There seemed to be a huge divide. A lot of men thought Poki was being overly dramatic, and Ludwig was just pointing out the reality of sexism that exists on Twitch. But others thought Poki's frustration is justified, as she is constantly being sexualized day in and day out when she's just a girl who plays video games. But some people are convinced that Pokimane is lying, and that she purposely tries to appear single to maintain her innocent and single persona. If men assume that she's single, their parasocial bond increases, and they are more likely to send...
You know... Excuse me. So I know people probably like, you know, think that like, all right, so here's the thing. I'm not trying to like add on to it, but at the same time, it's like I do encourage women out there, like just see, you know, like, cause look, you'll see that with any woman. It's like you post that you got a boyfriend, or if you just post like just you looking mad unattractive, let the pimples show, all right? Don't put on no makeup. Wear the most baggiest clothes of all times. Like, cause no, the reason why I say that is because it's like when you look like mad attractive, men flaunt over that type of stuff. They love that type of stuff, right? So here's the thing. And I'm not going to say all men, some men, all right? Let me rephrase that. Some men, they go crazy over that type of stuff. So there is this TV show. I'm pretty sure some of you guys may have seen it, but there is this TV show called The Jamie Foxx Show, right? There's an episode on there where there's a character, Fancy, mad beautiful, like amazingly beautiful woman on that show, right? And yeah, it was something that was talked about all the time in that show. And so there was a time where she had like, it was like, I can't remember like what her job was on the show, but her job, like, you know, it was like some type of job where like she would bring in people for like contracts and all that stuff. So anyways, there was an episode where the guy was like, you know, he was just amazed by her, wasn't even paying attention to anything that she was saying. And so he was only going to sign the contract because the Fancy, the character on the show, the Jamie Foxx show, she was beautiful. So Jamie Foxx, he tells her, he was like, you know what? No, like, go in there just not looking like just attractive at all. So yeah, she comes in there with like this old like looking like just outfit and stuff, no makeup, just not looking like how she would usually look. All right, the guy was like, oh no, I'm not gonna sign this contract, there's actually a better offering somewhere. And she told him like, look, this is the best offer that you're gonna get. And he's all like, you know what, you're right, yeah, I wasn't paying attention to you. So I'm just saying, women, I encourage you guys to do that. And if you get 10 times more, or if you get a lot less, then, you know, yeah, but if you get less, then, you know, there you go. You know, you guys, like, there's that audience that you don't need in your streams, your videos, none of that stuff. All right. So, but no, I do encourage women. It's like I said, let the pimples show. Don't do your hair. I'm saying, even if like let's say Twitch and YouTube, they had like a breath like thing where, you know, like viewers can smell your breath. I'm pretty sure they, you know, and it'd probably be like 100 years down the road, they probably would do some stuff like that. If let's say if that's the case, let's say this video gets brought back up 100 years later and that technology now exists. Don't brush your teeth. don't do anything. Just look musty. Just do some old like nasty stuff on stream. Like just like do some stuff like that on stream, like sneeze, just let everything just all hang out. I guarantee and I promise you there gonna probably be some weirdos out there where they love that type of stuff, but I guarantee and I promise you there's gonna be some guys like they gonna get sick. They're gonna get sick of all of that. But anyways,
and her gifts and money if they truly believe that one day she might notice them, or maybe she just wants to keep her private life private.
It's like windy outside, so if it sounds like the house is about to take off, it's windy, but see, like those noises. But anyways,
like everyone else. But before Gideon would end up apologizing for his behavior, things took an insane twist. Ninja brought up the situation again when people were in his chat begging him to try to help Gideon get unbanned. In order to get viewers to stop spamming, he claims that he texted his partner manager to help him out.
All right, I sent the text.
Oh, so that's why.
I don't promise a goddamn thing.
Pokimane did not like this.
Seeing him on a call with Ninja and Ninja like allied with him and saying, oh, like, I'll try to make sure your ban isn't too bad. That's a little weird.
Then she tweeted, "It baffles me when other streamers don't stand up against blatant harassment or misogyny." While discussing all of this on a live stream, Ninja DM'd Poki and let her know that he didn't actually contact his representative at Twitch. We only know this because Poki shared the DM to her audience while she was streaming, with the final words being, "You're making a big mistake." This appeared to be a threat.
But it's like speaking to Ninja, it's like you gotta understand. It's like, what would you do? Because I know Ninja is married, but it's like, what would you do? Your wife is streaming, and then there's like a bunch of people typing L ratio or whatever in her stream, and it's like you could visibly see that it's getting to her and stuff. How would that make you feel? Like I think a lot of people, whether you're the woman in the situation or you're like the man married or dating a woman in the situation, it's like, yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be like upset about that. And so anyways,
which was kind of confirmed by a second exposed DM from Ninja's wife saying that they're considering everything Poki was saying as defamation of character and they are getting their legal team involved. But these threats never really amounted to anything. Gideon privately and publicly apologized to Pokimane, asking his supporters to stop harassing her social media accounts. He says his actions were corny and he was being petty. Pokimane responded by accepting his apology, and they even did a collaboration together and consider each other friends to this day. It's pretty clear that Gideon made a mistake, owned up to his mistake, and the person who was the victim in the situation forgave him. But Twitch still has banned Gideon, and they do not plan on allowing him to come back to their platform.
Even after the fact, like, he apologized and they cool and stuff.
Free Gideon, y'all. But Pokimane's overreaction to being sexualized and harassed for being a woman reached a tipping point recently that may just have her ready to quit. Twitch streamer Brandon Ewing, known online as Atrioc, accidentally exposed himself after exiting a game he was streaming and allowing viewers to see all the tabs
I heard
about
this.
On the screen. one of which was a website that had deepfake pornographic content. The website featured deepfakes of fellow female streamers such as Pokimane, Maya Higa, QT Cinderella, and many more.
That's
Though
crazy.
Atrioc quickly switched tabs without trying to draw attention to them, it was too late. Screen grabs were taken and shared across the internet. Atrioc issued a tearful apology, stating that this is not a pattern of behavior, but that he fell down an AI rabbit hole at 2 a.m. one morning and ended up on the site. However, the website charges $15 a month to watch the provided content, meaning that Atrioc must have intentionally created an account and entered his credit card willingly. Atrioc, who is married, made the apology video along with his wife, who was also crying. What made the situation even creepier is that he's friends with some of the women featured on the site, with some having already responded. Streamers like QT Cinderella and Sweet Anita spoke out against the deepfake pornography on their respective Twitter accounts, with QT Cinderella expressing the pain that she's facing in the wake of such horrors on a Twitch stream. Female streamers are continuously finding themselves...
That, to talk on that real quick, it's weird. And, like, again, that's, like, going back to where it's, talking about, like, the male viewers, where it's, like, y'all gotta, like, really understand, because, and again, it's, like, you gotta sit down and look at it as a situation where it's, like, what would you do if you saw your mom, your sister, your girlfriend on that? And there's probably some weirdos out there where they would say they don't care. They don't care about that type of stuff. But it's like, okay, well, you know what? Let's just say that there is somebody that you really, really, really care for out there, right? And that's somebody that you end up seeing them hurt from being on one of those websites. Because I'm like, I would be trying to get the website shut down. If there's like anybody that I knew on there. So yeah, it trips me out. It really does trip me out that it's like you got websites like out there that exist like that. And it's like, no, they need to get shut down. They need to get shut down, because it's weird, bro. It's really weird. I'm like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, nah, you guys got to get out more. The fact that somebody sat down, you created that whole website or whatever, and it's like for that sort of benefit, yeah, it's a shady and dark benefit. But yeah, it's just, there's people out there where it's like, they don't need internet access. They could be full grown adults, but it's like, yeah, we could honestly tell that you got some sort of child personality about you, and you just got, there's people out there, they just got weird fantasies, man. And I'm like, yeah, it's stuff like that. But I think if these creators, and that's honestly what it'll have to take, if these creators come out and they speak out against these websites and start getting these websites shut down, I guarantee and I promise you, it's like, yeah, all that stuff, it'll change like within either a few months, few years, whenever and stuff. So, but yeah, it's just, it's one of those things where, it sucks that creators have to, well, more so female creators, because if there's a website out there with male creators, either way, it's still weird. But it's more, I think, yeah, it's more so female creators that's going to be dealing with stuff like this. So I guarantee and I promise you, if a lot of them, and even some male creators, if we were to all just come together, team up against, and try to fight to have those websites shut down or take that content down, then yeah, I think, overall, it's like, but that's what it is. It's like, we got to start like using our voices, using our platforms and stuff, giving them that same energy. It's like, y'all gonna go through all that trouble and making that stuff, then we're gonna go through all the trouble of taking that stuff down. So, but anyways,
themselves being sexualized without their consent. They are often harassed for simply being a woman within the streaming community. And this is just one more way that they are denied their basic humanity by having these deepfakes of themselves in a sexually explicit manner put on the internet, with very little they can do about it. According to Matthew B. Kugler, a professor of law at Northwestern University, since deepfakes began appearing online in 2015, they've become more convincing every year, growing in quality and quantity. Research by Sensity AI, a company that monitors deepfakes, found in 2018 that 90 to 95% of deepfakes were non-consensual porn, which Kugler explained could be traumatic for the victim. A 2019 report from DeepTrace, a technology research company, found that 99% of pornographic deepfakes featured female celebrities. Psychotherapist Lisa Sanfilippo, whose expertise includes sexual trauma, told Insider that creating false pornographic images is a major violation. She said that for the victim, seeing images of yourself or images that are falsified to look like you in acts acts that you might find reprehensible, scary, or that would only be for your personal life can be very destabilizing, even traumatizing. There is no ability to give consent there. Basically, everyone agrees that deepfakes are mostly going to be used for bad things, and because of this, people are starting to...
It was separate from this, but I did say that, you know, because there's a video that went viral on Twitter where it was somebody did a deep fake of Joe Biden, and he was like, you know, declaring a nuclear war and all that, and I'm like, bro, if Russia would have seen that, okay, because I think it was towards Russia, if they would have seen that and thought that it was a real video, bro, we're at war. And I'm saying, like, that's what I mean, like, by people, y'all gotta stop letting, like, technology run your lives. Like, if you're gonna be doing it for good or for something funny, then okay. Like, I know people probably would ask me, like, well, what would you do if a deepfake was made about me? And I'm like, look, if it's funny and it makes people laugh, then go for it. But if it's gonna be on some stuff where it's like you're using it to try to ruin my name or all that other stuff, because it'll probably be in a matter of time for somebody, you know, do some stuff like that with me, then it's like I gotta come out and say, oh yeah, that's not me, that's one of those deep fake websites and stuff. So I just think that it's like, people, y'all gotta stop letting technology and, you know, the internet, social media, all that stuff run your lives. Because it's like, look at the effect that it's having on people, where it's like you got people out there crying, you got people out there concerned for their safety. Like, there are at times where it's like I'll try to, like, you know, get friends of mine, like, you know, they're not content creators, and get them involved. I'm like, nah, like, you have a better personality than me. Like, I know you would kill it. But it's like they see things like this, and I'm like, I get it, I understand. I'm like, nah. So it's really messed up. But, you know, it's just people out there. It's like I'm saying this, and I'm saying all these different things. People ain't gonna listen. They still gonna carry on the way that they carry on. Why? Because they way too involved in the internet, and yeah, it's just occupied their mind to where they can't think for themselves. They can't do anything for themselves. They need to have the internet tell them to do things. Excuse me, but anyways.
Understand why Pokimane and other female streamers are fed up with being sexualized, because all of those overreactions have built up to this deepfake stuff, which is being denounced by everyone. Pokimane didn't really address the deepfakes as closely as others. She seems really fed up with the constant over-sexualization of her and her peers, and it's not just coming from her obsessive fans, it's also coming from Twitch employees. Just a few months ago, Pokimane opened up to viewers during a live stream about a well-networked professional in the streaming industry who allegedly faked a romantic relationship with Poki to get close to women in her community.
Someone that
I heard about that.
And many
That's what I thought this whole video was going to be about, but it was about, like, just all of Pokimane.
Streamers have been working with for years. Someone who was also employed at a large company in the industry has targeted and manipulated girls, specifically in my community, by falsifying a romantic and sexual relationship with me.
She explained. Pokimane went on to claim that the individual leaked privileged information he gathered from his job and threatened to harm himself if the targeted girls ever came forward.
A few months ago, a few girls in my
It's like, when they do things like that, it's like, you know, none of that stuff is serious. Anybody going through some stuff, it's like, you know, like, talk to people if you need to, but it's like, don't sit here and try to, like, use that against somebody else. It's like, no, if you've done wrong, you gotta accept that stuff, all right? Don't do wrong and then not be prepared to accept the fact that you've done wrong. So yeah, I just think that it's weird people, they do things like that.
Community came forward to me with
they trying to do it so they're like, oh well, so people kind of feel bad for me and things. They're like, oh, we're gonna just tell you that you need help and we're still gonna, you know, consider you a friend. It's like, no, accept the fact that there's gonna be people that's gonna cut you off because you out here doing some shady stuff. So
concerns.
I'm sorry for this sounding careless, but yeah, I feel like against people like that, like, you have to be, so they can maybe get a realization. It's like, okay, well, I can't carry on like that because, you know, yeah, it's just everybody's not going to be here to hold my hand and stuff. So, but anyways.
And asked to speak to my manager. They proceeded to send my manager countless screenshots and videos of their conversation with him, proving the lying and manipulation that was going on.
Pokimane said the person would approach girls in her community and tell them he struggled with mental health issues to gain their trust before sending fabricated conversations between himself and her.
It's like mental health. Look, people, It's like that stuff ain't no joke, because it's like, you know, I have to say, like, nah, these past like few years for me, like dealing with it, going through it, it's not fun. But it's like I'm not gonna use it as like a way for people to feel bad for me and stuff. I don't even want people to feel bad for me for that, those type of things. It's like I deal with it, I manage it. I'm, you know, and again, it's like I'm not losing any sleep at night over. Well, some nights. But no, it's like it's something that I gotta deal with, and I think a lot of people, they gotta like understand that and realize that it's like you have to deal with that stuff. That you shouldn't try to pin that on them. If there's people that want to help you, okay, cool for them. But if not, then it's like don't try to pin that on somebody to make them feel bad or whatever. It's like, man, I'm telling you, this is like the people out there, they just do not need to be on the internet. But anyways,
he would then allegedly send fake explicit photos of Pokimane, hoping to receive similar images from the women in her community with whom he was speaking.
Crazy.
He acted like he knew and hung out with me and my friends in person, she explained. This is someone I've never met. It's truly some of the most disgusting and deplorable behavior I've ever heard of. Pokimane stated that the person was fired after an investigation was conducted into their behavior. This wasn't even the first time someone who worked at Twitch was fired for sexual misconduct. And it seems like Twitch is clearly confused as to where they draw the line with sexual conduct. They want to promote body positivity in their hot tub section, which is very clearly softcore porn that promotes the culture of paying women to be lewd on camera. Twitch also makes a ton of money from this part of their platform, and that's all good and fine to support, but for streamers like Pokimane who just want to play games, they have to deal with the audiences of those lewd streamers who can just click one tab and harass Pokimane. But a lot of people don't see it as harassment because the streamers are profiting from it, so then Poki speaking up just makes people assume she is sensitive and annoying, and that she should be grateful that she is rich. Overall, it seems like she is fed up with all of this.
I'm telling you, it's gonna other videos almost over.
She's streaming less than she ever has and still finding herself in the middle of controversies. And considering everything that's happened, all the money might not be worth subjecting herself to this bullshit any longer.
I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a day where it's either her or it's gonna be somebody, and they end up quitting, and people are gonna be so surprised and shocked by it because they're gonna be like, what just happened? Like, this person was like literally on top of the world, how they just quit like that? And it's gonna be because of things like this. And so no, like, if she quits, you know, all I'm gonna say is that, hey, she was an extremely talented content creator from everything that she's put out, and it takes a lot of heart for somebody, you know, to put themselves, like, because look, being a especially starting off as a content creator, but being a content creator and then also being in her position, I feel like that's a hard thing to maintain, because that's something, it's like, it's an old quote where it's like, it's easy to get to that point, but it's hard to maintain that point. So it's like, you being in that position and stuff, like, I really do hope that she overcomes all of that, and, you know, she just lives out her years just, you know, being who she wants to be and stuff. But if there's a day where she just comes out and she just says, like, I can't do it anymore, I quit, and yeah, she just, you know, either deletes her socials or just never signs back into, you know, any of her socials anymore, then yeah, it's like that. People need to understand, it's like, it's not her being sensitive, it's not her being like, no, she's going through some stuff, and people need to understand that. People need to, like, let this girl be, let her be the content creator she wants to be and stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, you know, like I said, people hear that and they ain't gonna care. They still gonna, you know, harass her and just be toxic and weird for no reason. So, but anyways, I do wish her the best in life. But yeah, guys, if you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Patrick CC for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.